Hi, this is Andy of Andy's Personal Development, and we are currently live in the breakout room. So, welcome and welcome, and we love being here for you with quality and value to inspire and to transform. Remember, we are on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and iTunes. Today, as usual, we have a special guest to share with you for your development and growth and to live your better informed life. So, grab a cup, pull up a seat, and stay tuned for the introduction. Right here, now, live in the breakout room. It's the place for health, happiness, and prosperity. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Andy Charles. I am your award winning and internationally accredited life and development coach. And on this episode of Andy's Personal Development, the Breakout Room, I want to talk with you a little bit, if you don't mind, if you have the time, and I hope that you do, some interesting information on something that a whole lot of people are victims of in terms of limiting themselves, limiting their circumstances, and limiting the results in their lives. Your limitations, most of the times, if not all of the times, are mostly your imagination. And I know that for some of us, that would be kind of hard to believe because you tend to look at circumstances, you tend to look at stuff that is happening outside of you. And you always want to point the finger in the other direction, to blame somebody, to blame the politicians, to blame the institute, to blame society, to blame the community, except to look at yourself as to why the results that you desire to come to fruition in your life does not happen. And sometimes what we do is we create the avenues for other persons to have the power in our lives. And we limit ourselves, we limit our beliefs. And instead of laying away the things that so easily beset us, so easily take us away from the course and the direction that we are supposed to go in, to see that our dreams become reality, that our success becomes limitless. What we do is we create boundaries, we create barriers, and we create those limitations for ourselves. But what if you could get up in the morning and feel that energy, feel that vibe, feel that commitment, that discipline that is necessary for you to do the thing that you know you need to do in the moment that you need to do it, that it becomes necessary for you to go to the next level in your life and accomplish what you set out to accomplish. What if you can do that every single morning, despite what the circumstances are, despite the lack of resources or the perceived lack of resources, despite what the naysayers are saying about you and your circumstances and your gift, despite what you see is happening in the world and in the community around you where you live, despite the failures of other persons that you may see or experience because you are in association with them. What if you can still make the difference and still have a better result in your life as a result of a change of mindset, a paradigm shift in the way that you are thinking? If you can do that, if that was a possibility, and I know it exists because I believe that. It is reality to me. What would you do about it? What are the things that you are willing to invest in yourself so that you can become better, so that you can grow and develop, so that you can overcome and become stronger? Listen, I am your partner in health, happiness, and prosperity. I am not here to criticize anyone. I am here to help. I am not here to bring you down or speak down to you. I am here to inspire you. I am not here to show you that things may be hard and tough. And unless you do something spectacular and something out of this world, you can't overcome or you can't achieve. I'm not here to tell you that. I'm here to say to you that you can make the difference that you need to see in your life if you make a difference in the way that you think, that you see things, that you assess and access things. Your paradigm shift must begin with the recognition that if you continue doing the things that you are doing, then you will continue to get the same result. You may say to me, I have heard that a million times. But the reason why you are hearing it a million and one time is because it is necessary for it to create a trigger moment in your subconscious so that when you hear it one more time, you realize that you should catapult yourself into action and not sit on the fence and hang your legs down. This is not a time to be neutral. This is a time to be positive. This is a time to be reactive and proactive. But you have got to take control of the thoughts that enter into your mind and the things that drive you to the place that you need to be. So here are the things. We're going to start with number one. I want you to make 2 lists. And I want you to be honest with yourself in writing these lists. The first list that I want you to write is the one that tells you the things about yourself that you don't like, that you know that you are limiting yourself about and with, and you don't like them. Make that list. Then make another list. Take your time. Be honest with yourself. Write a list that tells you the things about yourself that you appreciate. All of us have good virtues. All of us have things that we can be proud of at some point in our lives. What are those things for you? And I want you to take the first list that you wrote about the things that you don't like about yourself, and I want you to put it away. Lay it aside somewhere in that drawer or locker or some place that you know you only go in when it becomes necessary. Put it there, lay it aside, and forget about it. And begin now to focus on the list that tells you about the good things about you that are virtuous to you, that are special and unique to you, and that makes you the different individual you are in the presence of many. See, the thing that you may not have realized is that you are a miracle that has been given the opportunity to be born and come alive. And now in this moment here, in this time, the fulfillment of that birth has become a reality. Because I'm saying to you that you have the opportunity to do that which is right and pleasing in the presence of the Creator who has put you here for a specific purpose. He has made an investment in you, and he wants you to come to terms with that investment so that you can give him something in return. And what we have to remember is that when we do what is right, not only for us, it becomes an example for others as well. So look at the things that you see about yourself that are good and keep that list with you. You can put it on your phones and your devices. Write it on your fridge door. Write it on your bedhead. Put it in your office desk. Make it as an alarm. Do a recording. But just keep focusing on your mindset that tells you about the good things of you that you know that exist, that are real to you, that epitomize some things about you that you can hold on to because they are tangible and are of good value. Continue to pump them into your subconscious and create new triggers for yourself. Forget about the things that you don't like. Forget about the things that you are discomforted about. Forget about the things that you are unhappy about. Forget about your weaknesses. Forget about your shortcomings. God will take care of that. But you need to take care of the good things that you know that you have under control that can make a difference in your life and eventually a difference in others that are around you. Second step, be grateful and thankful just for being here. How many times have you seen people go to the grave and have never been one day successful in any endeavors that they have done? And the legacy that they have left behind is one that they certainly are not going to be proud of. One also that you can look at and you can see that even though they were here just like everybody else, they wasted precious time. They did not take the opportunities that came before them to create investments in the things that they were blessed to do. Many have gone to the graves with secrets worth millions and billions of dollars because they were either afraid or ashamed, or they took what they were blessed with for granted. Do not take you being here on this earth for granted. Every individual that is born and placed upon planet Earth is here for a specific reason and a purpose. Find what that purpose is and give thanks to the Creator for the fact that He took time out to think that it was necessary, it was vital, it was important to the equilibrium of mankind to place you on planet Earth so that you can serve a specific purpose that only you and you can serve. And one day you're going to be called to hold account for the time that you spent here. What did you do with the investment that I made in you to put you on planet Earth? You are not another number. You are not another statistic. You're not just here to take up a space, but you are here to fulfill a destiny and a purpose and a calling that I've placed upon you. That is why I created you and put you here. What have you done with what I have given you? What is the investment that you have made? Give me an account. What will you say then? Don't take your existence for granted. Be grateful, be thankful, have a heart of gratitude to know that the reason why I am here, I embrace it, I love it, I enjoy it, I will enjoy it, I'm convicted by it, and the things that I do will let me know that I am serving the purpose for which God has placed me here for. Do not waste time trying to fit somebody else's shoes. Do not waste time trying to be something that other people want you to be. Do not waste time trying to deal with the whims and fancies of the Joneses. Do not waste time trying to create a different version of who you really are. Accept who you are. Love who you are. Believe in who you are. And be grateful and thankful in all that you do. Let it represent that mindset that says, thank you, God, just for placing me on this earth. Thirdly, when you discover what God has placed you here to do, and you begin to embrace it, and it becomes realistic to you, it begins to show tangible value because now you're beginning to invest into it. Let the world know that this is it for you. Share what you have been blessed with others. Make a difference in somebody's life. Instead of adding confusion, add something that they can admire based on the level of value that you bring to their life. Instead of adding dismay, bring hope. Instead of adding sadness, bring joy. Instead of adding imaginations, bring realities. But find a way to show that you are so grateful and so thankful that you're actually going to share what God has blessed you with somebody else, because you know that the value that you have to give and to share and to offer is not selfish, but it's selfless. How about that? The next thing that you need to do is to have a vision of your life, a vision of how you'd like to approach the things that are necessary to go to the next level, and also to ensure that the success that you now feel in your spirit not only becomes a reality, but a sustainable legacy that is going to live long after you are gone. We cannot live our lives day to day being the kind of individual that is like a ship on the ocean that only goes to a port because there's a storm. We can't live our lives aimlessly, being pushed to and fro with every whim or fancy of life that takes us into a place where we may not even be recognizable or recognized for ourselves because we did not make the decision to go there. It was not part of our journey, part of our destiny. Your vision must be clear and concise. So you need to have it in your mind, and you need to write it down just as you would like it to be. Create that vision for yourself that you know is realistic and reachable and attainable. Now, we can do almost anything, but we can't do everything. God is the only one that has the ability to do everything. So we must make that vision with the reality in mind that there are going to be things that we may not be able to accomplish. Be real with yourself. Be real with the reality of what you can do and what you may not be able to do, but do something about the vision that you desire to become a reality in your life. The scripture even says it, my people perish for lack of a vision. You cannot go about day to day just taking things as they come, and not knowing that whether they are part of the plan or not. You can't be aimless. You can't be in a lack of direction. You need to know that this is where I intend to go, and this is how I am going to get there, and this is the cost that is going to take me to get there. Everything in life that we do has a cost. Resources cost. Time cost. As a matter of fact, the most invaluable asset that we have is time. So what are you going to do? You set the vision, you set the course, you look at the time frame as well that you need to get to where you need to get to. Be realistic about it. But here's the thing that's more important. Seek information and advice from those who have traveled that road before. There is nothing new under the sun. What people see and consider as new is things that they have not been exposed to as yet or did not know before truly existed. I did not say that. The scripture says it, that there's nothing new under the sun. And so what we have to do is to take that vision and create a plan with the vision, knowing very well that at the end of the day, even though the vision does not become a total reality, you will take every single step possible to begin the journey, to begin the trek. Now remember, life in itself is not about the destination. It's about the daily steps. It's about the processes that we allow ourselves to go through and to endure. The things that we experience that creates the impressions upon our minds and our hearts, that helps us to exercise our characters, our mannerisms. and helps to shape our personalities. Those are the things that will help us to make the vision become a reality and help us to get on the road to fulfilling our destiny. The next thing that we need to do is to embrace the people that are around us. No individual that has been successful in the history of this world were successful all by themselves. The greatest leaders of success had a team of people, a team of individuals behind them, beside them, around them, that made the difference. You need people there who believe in you. You need people there who understand you. You need people there who would keep you in check. You need people there who would help you to remember that you need to stay the course. No matter what is happening, you need to stay the course, because the vision becoming a reality may be your destiny after all. But you need someone or some people to be there who would say, when you are weak, they can lift you up and strengthen you. When you feel like you can't go on, they could tap you on the back and push you on the shoulder and say, make another step. It is not over until it is over. You can do this. We believe in you. We support you. We trust you. We understand you. And we are here for you. They will only be the ones that will support you even when you are down in the dumps and things does not seem to be going your way. They are going to be there to say, yes, we can. And yes, we will, but together, united, we stand. But we're not going to be divided, because we have no intentions of falling. We have intentions of succeeding. When you achieve that success, when you have reached that goal, when that vision has become a reality, remember, in your mind, do not think that it's over. But just tell yourself, this is another stage of the journey and I will continue. I know that sounds anticlimactic, right? I've achieved it. I've accomplished it. Why should I stop? Well, let me ask you this. Does Bill Gates stop working? Heck no. Does Warren Buffett stop investing? Heck no. Does Michael Jordan stop being involved in business? No. Tiger Woods, does he want to stop playing golf? No. Why? Because these gentlemen understand that their lifelong dream and passion and desire is limitless. And so it does not matter what they achieve or accomplish, they will continue to steer the course. What about you? Every single step of your journey is an accomplishment. Every single time you go to the next level, it's an accomplishment. But you cannot sit on your laurels and think to yourself, I have reached, I have made it. There is no limitations to what you can accomplish when you continue to believe that this is another step, but it is only the foundational step to a next one that you need to take, because the journey is not over until you are gone. Stay the course. Continue the journey. Create more opportunities for the vision to expand and to grow and to develop into something bigger and better. Remember, the team is there. And here's the thing. When you as a leader begin to create that opportunity for people as you have done for yourself, and that domino effect becomes a reality, your vision becomes expansive. Because now you are beginning to share what you have learned along the way. And you're beginning to create that mentorship kind of atmosphere that people are drawn and attracted to, because you have become successful enough for them to want to know, how did you do it? Why did you succeed? What did it cost you? How did you get from zero to hero? There is something that is going to say to them, I need to be in the presence of this individual. I need to spend time with you. Don't get swell-headed. Don't get ahead of yourself. Remain humble. And remember this. When you share that success that you have accomplished and you create little levels of success around you with other people, your success begins to grow, to develop, to go to the next level, even without you making that effort, because now others are going to be encouraged to make the same effort that you did to get where you are. Some of the greatest men in history had many challenges in their lives. They suffered and they endured things that some folks would have given up and run away from. There are going to be days and times along the journey where you will feel like giving up. It may be 2 o'clock in the morning and the tears are rolling down on your cheeks and you are asking God, why? How? What am I supposed to do next? Because the morning seems daunting and unreachable. You don't want it to come, and yet you want it to come. You are in limbo. You are in suspended animation thinking, my God, is this really happening to me? I have invested so much, but yet I am not seeing the results. There are going to be times when your patience is going to be tested. There are going to be times when your endurance level is going to be tested. What are you going to do? Are you going to say enough is enough? Maybe this was not the right thing for me to do? Or are you going to persevere? I heard a story about a gentleman who was an explorer, a modern day explorer, who decided to invest in $1 billion adventure because he had all the schematics and all the information, geographical and otherwise, of a sunken treasure. And he began to make plans and put a vision in place and gather a team around him. And he made investments so that he can find that hidden treasure and be the one to achieve that level of success, along with his team, of course. But as time went on and they began to go out and to explore the places that they knew the treasure was supposed to be, things got rough. As a matter of fact, it was underground in the ocean depths, the beds of the ocean. And guess what? There were days and times when the waters were so rough that they could not dive, they could not explore. And things happened one after the next. And before you know it, years had passed and he still could not find the treasure. 10 years passed and he was still going at it. And people were beginning to think now he is obsessed. He's no longer thinking straight. He's no longer sane about what is happening. This is not a reality. This is a madness. And many of them disassociated themselves with him. Many who were there in the team with him fell away. His wife left him as well. Many of his social connections, they disavowed themselves from him. They disconnected themselves in the relationships that they had with him. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years passed and he was still doing the same thing in the same manner, but from a different approach. And guess what? At the end of the 16th year, he finally made the discovery. It was worth $500 million US. And many people were like, really? He did it? Yeah, he did. But guess what? He was prepared to pay the price of doing what he needed to do for 16 years. The price of losing his family, the price of losing his friends, the price of losing his so-called prestige in the societal circles that he was accustomed to, the price of losing his property, his home that he had worked hard for, the price of losing some level of respect from those who saw him as a dreamer. But guess what? After 16 years and having discovered $500 million worth of treasure, finally he was able to relax and be at peace with himself, because it would have cost him a lot, but he would have accomplished the goal. He succeeded. Question: what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to pay so that you achieve your vision, your goal without limitations and become the progenitor of your destiny? That is the question that we need to answer. I want to leave you with that in mind, and I want you to remember that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. It's a Chinese proverb, but I want to boldly add to it that if you did not do the 1,000 steps and you only did 999, you did not complete the journey. If it takes one more step, be prepared to do it. This is Andy of Andy's Personal Development, live in the breakout room, your partner in health, happiness, and prosperity, saying so long, shalom, Godspeed, namaste. Until next time, please stay safe, stay blessed, and leave your limitations at the door. Bye for now.